This is OpenTTD's tiniest map, and it's about to get a little chaotic. Trains, towns, industries, can it all actually fit without everything falling apart? Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to another OpenTTD challenge video. Today we're answering the question of how much you can actually fit on the tiniest map possible in OpenTTD. That's just 64 squares across, 4,000 times smaller than the largest possible map. Well, I'll show you how to take on the challenge and how to share your attempt with others, and then I'll give the challenge a go myself. To take on this challenge, all you need is the latest stable version of OpenTTD. No AIs, no GRFs, no game scripts, all the default settings. Go and create yourself a new game with the world size set to 64 by 64. Now you can change the number of towns and industries to high if you want more to work with, and there's a few other optional settings you're allowed to use. You can have the game pause when starting, you can enable the manual map edges, and you can set the towns to 3x3 in the grid layout. And that's it, you're all set up, ready with everything you need. As for the rules, there's no strict time limit, just play until you feel like you've accomplished something meaningful. And the goal? Well, that's entirely up to you. Maybe you're designing a beautiful, compact network, or trying to extract every ounce of profit from that tiny space. Once you've completed your challenge, let me know how it went down in the comments, or better yet, hop onto my Discord and share a screenshot, or even a game save. So that's the challenge, how to set up and take part. I suppose I better have a go at it myself. I'm actually going to take this challenge on twice because some challenges are longer than others, and this one I think is going to be a shorter one. Also, one of my tactics that I want to try out might be very short. So here we go, I've got the stuff set up how I want it to, high industries and towns, I've got freeform on the map edges, and of course the map size of just 64 by 64. 3 towns, and one of them is a city. Not the best, but that will have to do. Of course, we've got transparency so that I can see into the towns, and we are off. Right, so for this one, I'm going to be doing some road construction. I'm going to put myself a few different places in the town. So I'm going to go, all right, okay, let's get some bus stations in over here. Now this one is tiny in comparison, but I will do the same. We will get some bus stations in on this one as well. There we go. And oh, this one's a bit better. Good. Okay. We're going to put a few bus stations in here. Now, the idea that I have is I want to grow these towns. Now, there's a couple of different reasons for this, but the main reason is I just want to see how long it takes, and I also want to see if it's even possible to fill the map with all of these towns, so it just becomes one mega city. So we're going to give that a go. I'm not going to spend too much money because we do have the default loan of 300,000 for this starting year. And I think that will do for now. We are going to add more roads and stuff later, but let's get our first couple of depots and our first road vehicles going. Now, instead of creating lots of different separate routes, I'm going to create one list of orders that has all the routes in. So there's my vehicle. And I'm going to say I'm going to go from the top of that town to the top of this town to the top of that town, and then to the side, side, and side. So the vehicle's going backwards and forwards between the 3 towns, doing the longer journey each time. I think I did that without a mistake. I was talking at the same time as doing it. 15 orders, 3 towns, 5 stations. That's fine. That's brilliant. Let's get it on its way. And we're going to clone it. We're going to clone it until we run out of money. Now, to begin with, I expect my profits to absolutely tank. These road vehicles are going to cost an absolute fortune to run. I'll probably leave... Actually, no. I'm going to leave a few grand in the bank. Maybe like 50,000, 57,000. Get these trucks all on their way. And I'm not going to unbunch them or full load them. I'm just going to let them naturally spread out. They will do over time, as some take longer to load than others, and also some of them will break down randomly. And that's kind of phase 1. The next phase is to allow the full speed of the game to fast forward. And we're going to let all these towns and cities grow. Let's check the bank balance and the operating profit. As you can see, I'm dipping in and out of profit, but now the towns are growing a little bit, And we are mostly staying above the line. Yeah, there we are, looking a bit better. We're going to ease off the fast forward a little bit, and I'm going to give them some extra roads to play with. So we're just going to do this. We're going to help the towns and cities out. I've put 5 in each town. 5 is the maximum number of stations that you need to grow a town or city. You can build out the road network for them, that helps, but as long as you drop off or deliver in each of those stations, these towns will grow at max speed. And max speed is exactly what I plan here right now. We are zooming through the years. I've removed the restriction from fast forward, and we are going quite quick indeed. Let's have a look at the frame rate. Oh yes, we're going at around 700 times speed. We are approximately halfway through the game. These vehicles are going absolutely crazy. We've got 5 million in the bank account. They're breaking down left, right, and center. I bet the reliability of these are terrible. Oh, reliability is 0? Ah, they're all really old. Okay, so we're not center. Well, yeah, center depot and replace. We're going to change them all for the brand new bus. Is that going to be too many? I don't think so. Maybe. Let's go with 150 to begin with and see how that goes. 150. Okay, off you go. So all the old ones are going to start going to the depot, and they're going to go in and get replaced. We're going to get them going on their way. That should... Oh, no. Oh, traffic jams. Okay, maybe 150 was a little too many. Oh, no. Right, okay. And we'll get rid of all the vehicles in that depot. There we go. Now, how many vehicles does that give us on the route? 108. Yes, I like 108. That seems like a good number. Where's the other depot? Here it is. So let's get rid of 8 more. So there we go. And we can have 100. And 100's better than 150, I think. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and 100 road vehicles. Off you go. No, they're starting to space themselves out a little bit as we fast forward in jolts. We zoom through a few months. Yeah, okay. Money, how's money doing? Operating profit is in the positives. To be honest, don't care about profit. It's quite good, actually. I think we've got around 1/3 million in operating profit. But look at everything grow. Oh, yes, there's the income. There's our cities and towns. Hopefully, I'm not helping it at all. I'm just letting the towns naturally grow. It's a bit of a sticking point around here, probably because it's quite far away from the center of these towns. That forest is now in the middle of a city. So are all the other industries somewhere. We haven't even touched the industries. Just going to replace all of the vehicles for an even faster, bigger, better bus. All 100 of them. Get yourself replaced. There we are, done. Look at them streaming around as the city very slowly grows in various different directions. There's November, December's coming through, and the last few days of 2050. And here we go. Well, I think that's quite good. Tycoon of the Century, just by placing 5 bus stations in each town. And that was it. So let's have a look at the outcome. So the operating profit wasn't the best, but it was in profit. We ended up with 27 million in the bank account, and our road vehicles were making a bit of a chunk of money each year, and all I had to do was keep them updated. I never repaid my loan, which is not surprising for me, and the company value, yeah, that's not bad. 27 million, some road pieces, and 15 station tiles and 100 road vehicles. We've managed to grow this world and have a population of 135,000. And we've created this city tile where we've got little pockets of coast and great big inner cities. We've got the kind of the sprawl of suburbia and even some quieter sections where we've got a couple of little squares that didn't quite fill up. But overall, yeah, that worked pretty well. So my intention to make a city sprawl tile worked quite nicely there. And you can also see the tactics of the algorithm of the town growth. Now, let's do something maybe a little more interesting. And here we are with a brand new chunk of the world, the smallest chunk you can have in OpenTTD. We've got 2 towns and a city and all of the industries again, which I think is quite cool. I want to see what sort of nice network I can get fit on this map. Now, I'm not going to use aircraft because they'll just be landing almost as soon as they're taking off. There's not really any long journey for them to make. Now, there's not much water, so I wouldn't use ships, but also I wouldn't really use ships anyway. Their profit's terrible, and unless you need extreme or high throughput, they're a bad choice very often. Now, let's have a quick look on the map, see what we've got going on. Okay, so the sawmill's over there and the forest is over there. Steel mill isn't too close, and the farm isn't too close either. It's probably going to be quite difficult to get an integrated network going, but if I challenge myself to build one big integrated network where any train can pretty much go anywhere, that could be quite interesting and quite difficult. Iron ore, which is the red one, compared to the payment rates for livestock, which is at the bottom, and grain, which, iron ore's better. And then we can move on to doing steel. Right, that's what we're doing. Let's make all of our trains a maximum of 3 in length. Is 3 too big? 3 feels big for a map this... Yeah, 3's fine. 3's okay. So I'm going to do this as a row station, I think. We'll have the track coming in like this. There we go. And we'll have signals on the end of the platforms, because you have to have signals on the end of a platform of a row. And then we'll come down into a dual track. And then we'll put a delivery station in over here. Yeah, that'll do. Let's get this going right across the back here. It's going across farmland as well. That's expensive. You want to avoid farmland if you can. I didn't really think about that. Let's go this way. Oh, steady. What's on earth's that cursor doing? There we go. Yeah, let's go up to here. I think we're going to wiggle around this bit. There we go. That wiggle's going to slow us down slightly, but never mind. And I think if we just get rid of just a tiny bit of hill, we should be okay. Right, there's the track. Let's get our signaling going that way, and we'll get our signaling going this way. There we go. We need a depot or two. Let's put a depot right before the station. We can do a double depot. We'll do a double depot and take away the forbidden bit of track. I won't do a force depot, though. I won't do a force depot. Now, remember, if you're playing in OpenTTD version 15 or above, which at the time of recording isn't out yet, you don't really need to remove the forbidden bit of track. Okay, the developers changed it so that piece of track doesn't go in. Let's get ourselves a train. Now, what we're going to get, we can either get the cheap, not very powerful slow one, the medium one, or the faster one with more power. Now, normally I just go straight for the fast one, the A4, but money's a little tight, and I feel like the cheaper one's going to be relatively important. So we'll go with cheaper and we'll upgrade. And we're going to be moving iron ore, right? Yes, iron ore. So, iron ore at the bottom there. Let's make this train full length. There we go. So we've got the engine and 5 carriages. Each one of those takes up a square. As you can see, actually, we've got the dotted lines to help you work it out. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I've never noticed that before in the interface, the little dotted lines to help you work out how many squares long the train is. I mean, it also says it at the end as well, but still. Anyway, full loading over here. We're going to unload down there and send it on its way. Right, we've got quite a lot of money left to build in the next section, which is the pickup from here, and then we want to be able to then take it down to the factory. So I think our pickup station needs to be the same station, because I was going to try and build as much of an integrated network as possible. Oh no, oh, that's not good, that's not good. Okay, let's move the station a little bit. What we're going to do is when the trains come down here, we're going to have them kink out, come down here, we'll remove these depots and remove this track. And instead of having that one platform on the end, we're going to have one platform on this end. There we go. Oh, that actually makes it straight. And then this one also needs to connect up there, but for now we'll just do this. Okay, let's start getting a new vehicle. And this time we are doing steel, which is lower down in the list. The train's here already. Quick, 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 go, and get out in front of it. Oh no, we didn't get our train out in time. The first delivery. How much money are we going to make? 66, 50, 30. I mean, maybe I could have stopped the train. I stopped it just before it went to 0. Right, let's see what we get on this. I think I stopped it just in time. 5,400. That's not too bad. And maybe this train will be picking up something. Maybe not. We'll see. Which means then we need a junction of some description coming out of here, and then we connect up down there. So we've got to get a line between these two towns. So if we don't destroy those two buildings, that's where the line goes there. And if we don't destroy these buildings, that's where the line goes there. So we're just going to have to wiggle it a little bit. Do a little kink. There's nothing wrong with a little kink over here. I might remember to pay off the loan this time. I'm not sure. Now, we've got to get these two to connect. I suppose it would be better if it went up and stayed up. Now, how are we going to connect this up? I think if we go straight and come down off the top. Oh, is that higher up? Oh. Okay. Let's just do this, I think. Oh, we need a bit more land. There we go. Wow. That is not a good section of track. We need to do a lot of improvement and stuff on this one. Oh, hang on. Are you too long? It's too long. Oh, let's get it to turn around and go back to the depot. How did I make that too long? Did I make it? Oh, I must have just miscounted. Right, let's get the depot in over here. There we go. So we're doing the same thing now, where we're getting the produce over here next, and now we need to take it to the town. We're getting the next load in. Yeah, 3.5. Don't know why I made it 3.5. Off you go. Off you go now. Oh no, the other train's coming. Right, that's fine. That'll be alright. So we're going there, full load, then we come down the line, unload here. Brilliant. Okay, now we need to take the stuff over to the city. And ideally we want to use this line, but let's do a different railway station. Let's have the station over here for the pickup. So ideally I want this one up as well. What's the money like? Not the best. Do we need more? We need more trains, don't we? Yeah, we need more trains. Okay, let's clone that one. And how's this one doing? Yeah, we need at least 2 of each train. Probably more in the future. Okay, let's remove this bit of track. We'll just level it. Oh, hang on. I need to remove that as well. Level this up. 3 grand. That's actually not too bad. There we go. So now I can have a tunnel under here. Very quickly put that bit of track in. We can put that bit of track back. I don't want to just go up and connect, because that's a really bad way of doing it. I'll do it for now, like temporarily. And then we'll have a tight corner here, which is fine, because there's a down ramp. And then there we go. Okay, that looks alright. I mean, oh, these are the wrong way around. Alright, let's get the goods trains going. New vehicles. We want to get the goods van. We don't want to make the train too long this time. We'll clone it. So there's 2 of them. They should have blank shared orders. Yep, they do. Now we need to come off here and into the town somewhere. Yeah, if we delete this one piece of road, we can easily get a terminus in there. So we come out. And if it's a terminus, it's going to have a little cross in front of it. And then this one is the return. So we can... okay. Not quite. Like this, like this. There we go. It kinks a bit unnecessarily. I don't like that. But then there is a train length between, so that is okay. Go, full load here, unload there. Go, 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 go. Right. Company. Got things up and running. That's not my face. There we go. There's me in a couple of years. Brilliant. I like the blue or the red, because I think it shows up nicely on the landscape. I think today, though, we will go with the dark blue, slightly more so. Right, so how are we doing over here? These guys are filling up okay. Ratings are okay. Does this accept goods? Yes, it does. Thank goodness for that. Now, obviously, the station designs and junctions aren't great, but I'm working with what I've got here, and that's the point of the challenge, right? So that's one chain pretty much done. The only thing is now we need to integrate the farm and put a shortcut on this line so it can come straight down here and deliver there. So let's do that now. So we come straight off here, and we need to be able to go up there to the farm, and then I'm not sure what we're going to do about this. Okay, we're going to have a kink there, but I think that's fine. Maybe we can improve it in the future. Is that just like the catchphrase for this particular Let's Play? Maybe we can improve it in the future. Okay, let's get rid of that. So we're going to go up one here, but then I'm going to tunnel under this, which means we need to do a double hole here. Or is it a triple hole? Well, we need to have a hole anyway. We might need to make some of these stations a little bit bigger. But, oh no, we're going to have a tight turn there. It's okay, probably. It's a good job that digging up farmland doesn't affect the farm production at all. Instead of coming up with a really smart solution, I'm just going to put a few extra platforms in. We should be alright. So, new vehicle. Yeah, we'll upgrade that in the future maybe. Grain train. There we go. And then we'll have full load. We'll drop off down here at the factory. And then the livestock train. There we go, the livestock train. Full load here. Drop off at the factory. And we will clone them. I think we've got enough. Ooh, I don't know. We've only got 30 grand left. Oh, no, I haven't had a look yet. What's our operating profit? Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness we're making money. Oh, I never thought to check to see if we had enough money. Okay, so it's not perfect. There's some improvements that can be made. But things are actually moving around okay. Let's have a look here. Now, you can see from the station list, we've actually got too much steel at the moment. So let's clone a steel train. There's one of them. Okay, so after a couple of years, you can see the operating profit has gone up a little bit more, and we've got nearly 200k in the bank account. So that is the perfect time for us to take this junction out. And there we go. And rebuild it with the money that we have, because then we can make things better. So let's take that bit off there for a start, and let's bring this back another notch so that this bit can be nice and straight. Fantastic. Then we can come down here and connect up, and then these guys can connect up, and then yeah, we can go down and just connect in there. That should be okay. We'll put a signal right on the edge of the junction, but then we need to be able to get this one under or over and around somehow. And I think over is the way forward here somehow. Not sure exactly how. Right, oh, hang on a minute. That just works straight into a bridge. Maybe we could have multiple exits on this station? Does that work? It does work. Okay, good. So now the trains can choose which path to take. Whether to go down one or down the other. And I'm quite happy with that. I think that works quite well. Oh no, that's not working quite well. I cut the junction off there. Okay, so all the junctions are now fixed. Let's have a look at the station list. Okay, oh, we've got way too many goods waiting around. Definitely need more goods trains. What's the ratings? Oh, 55. Yeah, we're probably going to need 3 or more trains. Yeah, lovely. There we go. And I tell you what, let's go with a double truck depot in the middle. Just because. Okay, so we're transporting coal truck, there we go. We're going to go down the road, full load here, and then nip down there. I don't know if this is going to really make a profit. Let's get 6 vehicles going to begin with, and see how that goes. I think if we have a railway track down the back here, and we do oil and the wood, there's plenty of room for a track, so let's just pop that in. One there and one there. Removing the forbidden bit of track. Signals down the line. Okay, so we have a line and a place to drop it off. Now we need to do the other end. I think this one should be relatively straightforward, but let's see. So, just enough room for me to get my double depot in here. Oh, right, okay. What if we use trucks just to shuttle the goods over to this particular station? I think we can do that. And then we just use the same goods line. And then all the goods are going into the same place. Let's put it over here. Right. That accepts goods. Little junction on the end. Signals. We won't put a depot there, I don't think. Now, because we have got the money, we need to make sure that this bit's at least 3 long, because if a train goes up only one slope in its train length, it is less likely to slow down as having multiple. So, train lengths are 3, that gap there's 3, jobs are good 'un. We go up here, and then maybe round the back? Yeah, oh, we haven't got room for a double depot. Never mind. Oh, never mind. Okay, that looks good. Get the signals through there. Right, goods train. We can just clone one of these. I'm not holding control. There we go. The only difference is that we need to change the orders. We're full loading here and going to this new station. And we're going to need a couple of them. So, clone it. Good. Now, how are these trucks getting along? It looks like they're full of coal on the return journey. They are. Does this not accept coal? It doesn't accept coal. Brilliant. All the trucks are doing terrible. Let's move this station along a little bit. Oh, they hate me more. Don't hate me. I need to move my coal stop. Right. Let's get some more trees in. We've got a bit of room for trees here and trees there. They still think I'm appalling. Very poor. I think with poor they would let me... Oh, poor. There we go. Let's get this truck stop in. There we go. When that truck's out of the way. Come on, truck. Get out of the way. Yeah, move. Thank you. Okay, so that should fix that problem. Yep, they're bringing income now. You see they're unloading. Are you not delivering? Does that accepts nothing? What? Why? Like the oil? Oh, I think we need more of the oil refinery in the catchment. That is unfortunate. Okay, what we'll do is we'll have another drop-off platform here. We still accept nothing? Come on! Yeah, now it accepts oil. Now we've ended up with a massive station for no reason at all, apart from the fact that the the industry was very picky about where we put the station and how close we placed it. So that's going pretty nice now. Now we haven't got any services between the towns. I think because the towns are right in the middle, close to each other, trains are not the best for that. Like, if the one town was like one end and the other town was the other end, I would go with trains. But I'm actually going to go with road vehicles again. But I'm not going to go crazy like I did last time. Yes, we can get a tunnel in there. So we can get a tunnel in there. Come out over here. That's a train tunnel. We don't want a train tunnel. We want a road tunnel, thank you. So that connects up these towns. Okay, they're connected by a tunnel. At least they're connected. Truck. And then over here we'll do the same sort of thing. They refuse to... They really do hate me a lot, those guys, don't they? I think... No, I ain't got enough money to bribe them either. Fine. You know what? If you don't like me, you're not going to get a passenger service. You'll just have to make do without. Let's get a small amount of buses going. We'll go between here and there. You're not having any. Panfield. Yeah, you're just going to sit there. And we'll get 5 buses to start. And then we'll get a few mail trucks as well. You know what? I think 10 passengers, 5 mail. Send them all on their way. You don't get it. If anything, though, I might just destroy that town as much as possible. I don't think we're going to get any ratings out. Local authorities still think I'm appalling. Why? I have no idea. Probably because of all the land alteration and train lines and all the explosions that have happened around here. That now is nearly every industry and town connected, apart from Panfield, and it's just the sawmill and the forest to connect. And I feel like if I put a station over here connected to this line, we can have a branch line that delivers at a station and we do trucks across the city. That's what we're going to do. Here? Yeah, let's spread the station. So where's my station labels? Thank you. So we're going to Sunwell Valley, which is this one. I'll do a couple of them. I don't think we need that many. And then we can just put them there. Oh, that works out quite nicely. There's even a little spot for our depot to go. Oh, fantastic. Right, trains. Yep, get the trains. Oh, I did make my wood train. Okay, so we're full load in there. We're coming down the line and we're going to transfer here. I think this is the first transfer order that we've done? Maybe. Climb the train, send them on the way, and get the trucks. So new vehicle, wood truck. There we go. And we're going to full load here and come down there. And we'll get 5. I think that's a good start. And then the last thing is to take the goods somewhere. Now, originally, I was going to take the goods from the sawmill here at Sunwell down to Panfield because, well, that was a nice little route, I thought. But Panfield are being mardy, so we're not having them having any goods. They're not allowed. We're going to take them into town, and we'll probably just use the trucks. But what we'll do is we'll use a separate truck stop on this road. We'll go over here and get some goods trucks. Now, it does accept goods, right? Yes. Yes, it does accept goods. Fantastic. Full load over here. Unload over there. We'll start with 5 of them. And send them on the way. And there we go. Everything on the map is being taken to somewhere. Except Panfield, which we don't count. And it looks like it's doing okay. If we look at the station list, we've got one particular station with a lot of passengers and mail. But the only real way of servicing that would be to just absolutely flood the place with loads of road vehicles. I did that over the course of about 5 in-game years. We don't have a lot of money in the bank, but overall we're looking quite profitable and that seems to be rising. So let's see what this would look like after another 5 years. Now, I have just paused there slightly because what I'm going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to replace the trains through a better engine. So we're going to go replace vehicles, and instead we're going to go with the A4. Start replacing. There we go. And then now the rest of those 5 years. Here we are now in January of 1960. There's a few things that have changed. We'll have a quick look at them all. Firstly, the operating profit graph. Things have leveled out at around the 46,000 in operating profit. Not crazy, but it's a nice little profit for not many vehicles. Now, some of the stations do have a little bit of goods and stuff building up, but not much actually. It's just a tiny bit of goods every now and then. But overall, the network's coping quite well, and the network's working well. These trains are all snaking around, making their way to where they need to go, and they're very rarely having to bump or wait for each other. They crossing overs and having the lines clean like this is all working out quite well. The towns have grown. Slumwell's grown, a nice little bit, and they've even tried to get a bridge in and connect themselves out down here to Monthhill, but they're struggling with this railway line. And to be honest, I can see why. But this town, Panfield, did grow a little bit, but nobody cares. Nobody cares about you, Panfield. But there we go. I think I'm going to leave that there. It's a nice little success. We've got 689,000 in the bank account, so a profitable little company with a nice few little routes. And I think it's nice and quaint. And that's what I was going for. Quaint. Now don't forget to have a go at this challenge yourself and let me know how it got on in the comments or over on the Discord. I'm looking forward to seeing screenshots that look a little something like this. But that's going to be all for now. Put all your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comment section and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, take care, and for now, goodbye.